Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming in. Today is Wednesday. We have September 21. Let me mute myself. Hold on. How's everybody doing? Hey, Edward, Mr. Terry, Celestial, always Tam. Pretty sure I just knocked myself out of the live. That's awesome. Hey, JB and Jay. Welcome in, Six Gunna. Thank you for sharing out. All right.
I don't know why I can't access it from the link that you sent me, but I can access it from the chat. Hello, everybody.
I don't know either.
Crazy.
So how's everybody doing today?
That voice makes me sad. Can you see my screen?
Can you see my screen?
Oh man, I'm doing good. I'm so excited. I just talked to who will be my next mentor.
Ooh,
yeah,
all right.
At work, and so yeah.
Cool.
Really cool. But how's your day been going?
It was going fast, and then it kind of slowed down. But not bad. I'm not gonna complain.
Mm-hmm.
I got many voices, Tam. Like I really do. It's hot over there in Alabama. Yeah, it's Florida, so it's like it doesn't want to let go of the heat yet. I was hoping for September, but not really. So I hope everyone's doing well. It's the midweek mashup.
Midweek mashup. Turn up, baby. Turn on up.
All the way up.
All the way up. We all the way up. And nothing can stop us.
Yes.
Okay. Y'all know
that jam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look at those emojis. So today's topic is leeches. I was going to pull up a definition because
Yeah.
You got to bring the history. You guys, like, speaking of leeches, it's actually, I don't know.
Member hype. Oh,
the member
14
hype.
months. Do you remember when we
were 14 months?
Point? Oh my God.
We've been up for 14 months. Hashtag exclusive.
That is fire.
I love it. Appreciate your loyalty and service to the channel.
Loyalty.
Ooh,
okay, wait a minute. Are we having a game night this month?
Yes. I posted it in the community tab. But I have to post the video.
Okay. Okay. So, all right, Team Blue, you already know how we do. You already know.
Oh, so that's why she wants to make her announcement.
You already know. It's you know what, we talk about Team like Blue and Purple, but it's just all a lot of fun. So
it is really fun. Okay, thank you. I know how that is. I'm in the background, several channels. So I'll create the link because it's next. Actually, it's Sunday. So okay. Family game night. Thanks. It's Sunday, 7 p.m. Yes, this Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Blue Reign Supreme. Hashtag exclusive.
Right. I didn't want to
say the game anymore.
I didn't want to say it, but
I can't. Like, I
Tyler
can't.
won every time.
Like, every time.
Now, we had a draw the last time, but I still count that as the win because
Yeah, that was my fault. Team Purple just really did have the answer, and I totally dismissed it. Totally.
No.
Nah, it can't be.
Hey.
Terrible. Let me share my screen for this definition.
Oh, hold on. I gotta charge this thing on.
So hope everybody's having a great day. If you had to work, if you didn't have to work. So here's a leech right here. So what I was going to say about leeches. So I've been doing like some background, listening while I work. Listen while I work. Because you always have to fill your mind with good stuff. You can't just be filling it with BS, as I tell my kids. You are what you eat. You are what you put into your body, your mind, all that good stuff. So while I'm working, I am listening to some Christianity stuff, documentaries on Christianity. And they used to use leeches as like to heal wounds and stuff. And actually, we still do in medicine. You would think that we've come past that, but guess nothing can beat the leeches.
That's right. That's a certain thing.
Okay, so it's an aquatic or terrestrial annelid worm with suckers at both ends. Many species are blood-sucking parasites, especially of the vertebrates, and others are predators. So the second definition is actually what we're probably going to get into, which is a person who extorts profit from or sponges on others. So we didn't come here to talk about the actual little leech as pictured in the definition. We're talking about real life parasites, bloodsuckers, leeches.
Exactly.
How's that for a definition?
Exactly.
All right. Okay, so what did I miss? Can't help it. Everyone picks the wrong team. Really? I've had to remove several leeches in my time camping. Oh, and some humans. Yes. We are talking of the humankind. Now, everybody, I'm sure at some point in their life has experienced a proverbial leech, whether it be family, friends, coworkers, neighbors. I don't know.
Yeah, and this is the whole thing. It's like becoming a trend where some people think this is cute. Like they call it a hobo something, where a man will don't have nowhere to live, so he'll go stay with a woman because he don't have nowhere to go. And it's like, and so many women are so desperate that they'll say, I'd rather have a little bit of a man than not have a man at all. So you got this guy that don't have nothing going for himself, and then you want to you let them in, and then when women have children and all of this kind of stuff, that is super dangerous. That needs to stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
There's some people that are like super desperate for love, affection, attention, companionship, that they will sacrifice their own children just to have that.
Yeah.
And then there's some people who are like intentionally leeches or bloodsuckers or life suckers.
Yeah.
Who have no intent on ever elevating themselves except to grab onto the next thing and suck the life out of that. And then when that's done, move on to the next person.
Exactly. And one of the things, I think, how we identify a leech, that's one of the things that we have to concentrate on, identifying the leeches, because especially in these YouTube streets, because there are certain people who will, come to your channel, and so you can go back and watch a video. Or I told them, if I see, hey, new subscribers, stay connected. No, I don't even go to the channel. No, I'm not. And if I lose you, I don't really care, because I'm not doing all of that. I want to enjoy people that I enjoy. If I go to your channel, you leave a comment, I go to your channel. If I enjoy it, yeah, or and that's why I say I don't even ask people to share my stream or share my video. I do say like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever. But when I don't say like, comment, subscribe. Because if you like it, you're gonna share anyway. So it's some things that I'm kind of refraining, and I thank people for sharing. If you have shared, thank you. You know what I'm saying? But I don't push it anymore. Like, we're going to grow organically, because it's so when you see it, even though my intents were never to be like leech, but yeah. I feel like it's very fascinating that people have this mentality that they want to take, but not give. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah, and I think we all have something to offer. I mean, if you feel like you've got nothing to offer but yourself, it sounds really cute. Like, oh, I am the present. Oh, I am the prize or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You are, but you also have to bring something.
Yeah.
Everybody has something. You just haven't figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
You sitting in the house using up electricity, eating food, and taking up resources, like Celestial said, that's not a thing. That's you are taking up space and intentionally profiting off of somebody else, like the definition said. And I think we need to call people out for what it is all the time. And it's not to like just accuse, assault, and batter people, But if somebody in your life is doing this life sucking or leeching off of you, you need to call and draw the line and be like, listen, all right, enough. Like, time limits on everything, time frames on everything, end dates on everything,
That's right.
and mean it.
Yeah. Because they would drag it on that, like you like, so you let somebody, maybe somebody come stay with you. This happened to me before. Let somebody come stay. I say, hey, they just need a little time to get on their feet. Get on your feet. But that time doesn't go out. Been here for 6 months now. It's 9 months, and then whatever. And then this sapsucker, when he did leave, and it wasn't. We were not in a relationship. We worked together. When he did leave, this rascal owed me money, left they stuff, the room a mess. Yeah. And so I had to clean the room, do all this kind of stuff. I mean, he left everything. But instead of having a conversation, like, you owe me money, but you don't have it. So
right.
you don't never know how I'm gonna react. That's a sapsucker right there. That is a leech. Because you try to get all that you can out of somebody and then be like, okay, that's crazy.
Yeah. And that goes on to like another subject where people like resources. I think Celestial was saying what you were saying about money is like, or if you borrow something, let's say you borrow some lawn equipment or a machine or something, and you bring it back broken, you better be fully prepared to pay for that.
Yeah.
I think this is something else that we need to educate people, remind people, reinstill, because a lot of this stuff, as we've talked about, was taught to us, but then it seems like a new generation is coming out that we think is common sense, right? And we're like, damn, why you just treat everything like trash? People, resources, jobs, jobs. And it is something where you got to be like up front.
Never hide. Oh, sorry.
You got member hype? You got member hype?
you know.
Hey, AMTGVEE. Thank you. Thank you for your loyalty, dedication, and service to the channel. Hey, Miss V. Hey, the funniest. Hey,
Miss V.
Yes.
Hey, Warrior.
Yes. Thank you, Warriors. I tried it last week. I think it was last week. Thank you. Hey, Michelle. So I think we need to like draw the line. I had a neighbor like that. I called her a vulture. Yeah.
Like we all know somebody. Yeah.
Skincare. Hey, Janet. I almost missed you. How you doing? And you know, that's something. Two things that I don't like is my mom always told me. Not that I don't like, but this is one of the values that she said to me, and I thought she was just bat crazy, right? But she was like, don't be riding other people's bike and don't let them ride yours, even though I didn't have one. But the point was well taken. She's like, if they break your stuff, it's broken. And if you break their stuff, I have to replace it. And that's the difference, is because when you touch other people's stuff, even if you didn't mean to, you just better be prepared, even if you didn't mean to replace it, because it's not yours, right? Just like when you go into the store, I don't see those signs anymore where they say, don't touch, or you buy it or something.
Don't break it, you buy it.
Now, lending money. Let's talk about that real quick. And I'm not even going to stay on it too long. But hold on a second.
And what made me think about this and have this discussion with one busy mama behind the scenes is I'm watching Atlanta Street Interviews or Chronicles or something, whatever it is. And this man, he been homeless for like 10, 15, 20 years. Homeless now. And he's like, oh yeah. They say, so where do you sleep? And he was like, well, and one guy, it was several of them. One guy, a woman, he took a bus to another state to be with this woman, and then when he got there, she wasn't what she led on to be. But he's like, I'm an attractive man, so you just kind of go pillar to post, yeah. But okay, I'm sorry, I was just keeping them entertained until you came back. You want to talk about the money aspect. I don't lend out what I can't afford to lose. That's right. I'll be like, and you know what? I created this rule for myself, and because I'm like, I want to help. No, you can't help everybody because they try to take advantage of it. Then I want to fight. You know what I'm saying? When you end up in jail, then what? But ain't nobody you sitting up there waiting for the bail money. You know what I'm saying? But how you want to speak? But the thing I said, I give you $50. Like if you need something, hey, I need to borrow $200. I got $50 for you, and it ain't a loan. It's just $50. Don't ask me to loan. Don't ask me to borrow jack. Yeah. I don't care if you gave me the money back. You get 50. You got $50. $50. That's it.
That's it. That's your limit.
That's it. And don't ask to give it back, but don't ask me to borrow no more money. That's a $50 lifetime thing.
Lifetime. Oh shoot.
Because like this, you know what I'm saying? Everybody always got this emergency. Your rent ain't no damn emergency. Okay, you knew you had to pay your rent. Why people don't budget like this? You know that now I always be pushing budget. And you need to live within your means.
Yes.
Right? I don't understand that. Like if you make zero, let's say you make $500. Don't go get a $500 a week. Don't go get a $500 appointment. You go get you a room some damn where. Put your value, put your little ego to the side and get what you can afford, and not try to impress the masses. No, you get what you can afford. Shoot.
Right.
I'm sorry, I went off on a tangent because that burns my britches. Because he got like, oh, I got an emergency. What's the emergency? I gotta pay myself. That's not no emergency. You knew you was gonna have that bill. Like if your car break down, that's an emergency. And even that, you need to have some money set to the side. But we all need help sometimes, so we want to go ahead. I'm real passionate about this.
Oh, it's okay. We all have our passions.
Okay, but anyway, I'm go ahead.
No, but that's the first thing. I'm reading the chat too while you're talking. So Randall's here. Hey.
Yeah, I just don't even
Um,
do it.
he said, Frugal, when you give a loan, don't expect to get it back,
Yeah,
especially
I
family.
know. I don't give a loan. You can just have this $50. Don't
That's
ask.
it. But
Don't give it back to me. Don't do nothing
she said
because
that's a $50 lifetime. That's it.
because this is the whole thing. You in a bind right now. What's gonna change next month? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be in a rotating bind. You know what I'm saying? No, then you gotta pay me back. No, because if you
Mm,
don't give me my money back when
mm.
when I'm supposed to get my money back, then I'm upset. You know what I'm saying? And then we got a problem. So now, and to spare my energy, then here you go, $50 lifetime. Don't ask me, don't come. I'm telling you right now, don't, when you have an emergency, don't come to me because you done got your $50 out your lifetime. Okay.
Exactly.
Woo.
Woo is
Because
right.
it burns my britches. Like your poor planning is now my emergency. No,
No.
like when I was living paycheck to paycheck, and I didn't win. I think we all done had these moments living paycheck to paycheck, but not living super paycheck to paycheck. I would have to do what I had to do. Like I had 2 or 3 jobs. I was out there grinding. Like it was like whatever. And I had to ask somebody, for my cousin, for money one time. I said I never want to be in a position where I have to ask somebody else for some money in order to pay my essentials. You have a great night too, Jay. Especially to, yeah. Yep, that's right. I always have emergency money. That's right. Mm-hmm. It's poor planning. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But you know what? And then it kind of goes into, like, when I was in my 20s, I didn't care about what happened in 30, 40, 50s. What? You know? But then I got older. And then I was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Then I started thinking about retirement. And you hear all these people saying you need to start your 401k when you're in your 20s because you can get accrue more and all this kind of stuff. I nobody care about that. I just want to party. I want to party, have a good time, travel, all that, because I don't want to have regrets. But I should have taken that advice. But hey,
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Thank you for, I got a little kid coughing over here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Um, when you tell them to sit down and they still running. Mike had to take off work for 3 months. Thank God. I always say, oh, yeah. And Randall said, piss poor planning. Warrior said, what gets me is that they hit you with the line, oh, I promise I'm paying you back. Then they'd be like, I need to borrow some more money. No. Edward said, when I lend money, I don't expect to get it back. Totally. They stumbled on the answer when I asked. Y'all got vape juice. Yeah, it's the poor planning. It's really the poor planning. Mismanagement of money. It's easy to lend, Edward. The hardest is getting it back. That's why I'm under the impression that when you give it, you better fully expect to not receive it. What I don't like is the lie. The lie of why you need it and that you're going to pay it back. Like, don't try to convince me and you that you're going to pay it back and then you're not. Because right then you're just lying. And probably the reason that you need it is a lie too. But, it's like sometimes you got to like just let it go and learn your lesson. And like Frugal said, you get a lifetime, $50. It's just sad because when I say something to somebody, I mean it. Like my word means everything, and I don't go back on my word. And I think I've only borrowed money twice, and I paid it back because it stood in my head, like a nightmare. Couldn't sleep till I paid it back. But it sounds like everybody in the chat has had an experience with somebody who has asked for money, borrowed money, and never paid it back.
Mm-hmm.
These are the financial leechers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So do you ban those people? Do you ban them? Do you like never talk to them again? Do you have that conversation with them?
It's
Like,
it's for me. Isn't it just like very uncomfortable? Like you owe me. Like
right. I
what we
wouldn't
like
even
what
want
we
to come
even have to
around.
talk about that, man. You better put some respect on my name for real, because I mean my woo, no, you know what I'm saying? No.
I would feel really uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
every time I see that person, I'd be like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't even know. Like,
no more lending to him. Yes.
I hate
Okay.
Yep.
Yes, exactly. But I mean, but that can happen to anything. You know, like people would ask me, because I would always have more than one car. Because my dad always say, you can't just rely on one damn car. If that one break down, then what you gonna do? You don't live near no bus. You know what I'm saying? We didn't live near no bus. And even so, you want to have a backup. So I always had more than one car. People were like, I would let people borrow my car. They bring the mudsucker back with no gas, dirty. And then I had a truck. You know, when you got a truck, everybody they needed to move and all this kind of stuff. But yet you don't take care of it. Yeah, I'm like done. I'm
that's another thing.
But I ain't gonna be buddy. Nah, player.
That's another thing too, right? The moving situation.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly.
You're everybody's friend when you. Oh my gosh, yeah. Can you pick this up? Can you go get my washer and dryer? Can you get this refrigerator that I got?
Yeah.
See, I don't even like to bother people like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just, pay the extra for the delivery. I have an invisible card. I'm going through that, I guess, right now. I was asked for gas money, and I see her every Sunday. That's the thing. You know you're going to see each other again. It makes me mad. It does make me mad. Because at least be honest.
Mm-hmm.
At the very least. Like, nah, I probably ain't paying you back. Mm-hmm. Then let me decide.
Mm-hmm. But this is my whole thing. Like, I'm going back to relationships. Because I was watching this Atlanta Street Chronicles, and this really disturbed me that a woman would invite this man who has nothing. So what is he adding to you? Like, no, you gotta come with whatever, like something. Like, no, women, stop doing this, okay? If the man has nothing,
men
trying to get on his feet. Well, he need to get on his feet and then come to you when he all right.
Right.
I don't even know why men or women want to date when they situation ain't right. You ain't even got no place to live, but you want to date. I wouldn't even feel whatever. I don't. How do you do that? Like, I don't know. I don't even want to talk to nobody until I get my money right. You know what I'm saying? Or until I get my situation right. I cannot do it. Woo.
Yeah, I don't understand that whole letting them in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you already accepted it then. Right?
Mm-hmm. Huh?
I said you already accepted it then once you let them in.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
If I need a ride somewhere, I give the person gas money. Yeah, it's the right thing to do. Absolutely. Even if they didn't ask for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You go like Woody and Wendy.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, I think boundaries definitely need to be established. I think the worst people or offenders are family, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the worst offenders. I've lent money to friends, never a man. Men shouldn't ask women for money. Some paid me back, some didn't. The ones that didn't, they didn't have attention in the first place to pay me back. Hey, Angie.
So yeah, women, men, don't get into such precarious situations where you have nothing and you relying on somebody for everything. That is not safe.
No,
Okay.
it's not safe.
To anybody watching this replay, you get to this point in the time, if you get in a situation where you don't have a place to live, I would say go to a shelter or some kind of place like that instead of going and relying on somebody else. And I know that's hard to say, but people, I mean, like you, I think you would be more apt to hurry up and change the situation if you had to do that. But
Yeah, the
don't,
struggle.
ladies, don't keep letting these men come in and live up off of you. Oh, he in between jobs right now. And then when he get the job and he on his feet, then let's go for it.
No,
Yeah.
I think you feel better when you have something to offer too.
Mm-hmm. Any reasonable person would feel better.
A reasonable person, somebody who has their SHIT together,
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
or at least had some self-esteem and confidence to not do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's what I explain to the teenagers that live here. I tell them teenagers have no business dating nobody because neither one of you have anything to offer each other. You're both trying to get good grades. You both need to finish high school. You both don't have a job. So, like, what, other than sheer company, what are you offering each other?
Nothing. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So,
Mm-hmm.
just finish, and then you find yourself. Then you find what you like instead of looking at somebody to fill in that gap.
Yeah, that's because that is exactly what it is. Somebody to fill in the gap. No, you got to fill yourself up 1st,
Mm-hmm.
man.
Fill your cup up first. Put your oxygen mask on
I
first.
was just about to say that. Yeah. Okay. But I mean, this is not, this is something that's common though. Like this happens.
All the
I can
time.
tell on something right now, and it'll be somebody on there like going. I mean, going through it. And when they giving their story, yeah, oh, like on divorce court. Watch divorce court, y'all. I'm telling you. They'll be like, well, how long did y'all date before y'all got married? Oh, he went home with me the first night and never left because he
Oh,
didn't have nowhere to go.
never left.
Yeah, nowhere to go. He is scumbucket. He is a leech.
Right.
Or she, or whatever the situation may be.
I agree with you on that one. So
I'm feeling in the gap. He's so dang silly.
oh my God, he came right out of the bushes.
Independent.
Generational. These young ones aren't right, and it's up to the parents. It really is. Hey, Mo, almost missed your comment. It's up to the parents really to instill those forms of independence. And the way you feel, in my opinion, forms of independence is by setting up chores at a young age because you're responsible for this and you're responsible for this. And that's how you create a sense of independence. You give somebody a leadership role and now they own it. They become independent to learn how to do their laundry, learn how to clean up after themselves, learn how to fix their own room. May not be how you want it, but you have to teach them that. That way, when they're 18, they're not like filling the gap with somebody who can do it for them. It's supposed to be 100, help one another out, not right. Totally. That's why chores here have no gender. Okay.
Everybody can take out the trash. Everybody can do whatever. Clean up.
We all need to be able to fill in if the other person can't. And also that other thing that exists where, oh, that's not my job. But that's not my job. That's another leeching character trait too. Where I'm not going to do that.
People leech off their job. Don't put in the most effort on nothing nowadays. Like I'm gonna tell you, like the people who do the lawn service sometimes, like it annoys me so much. They do the bare minimum. Like seriously, if you see that this bush needs to be cut, go ahead and cut it. Like make it right, because then I'm gonna be more loyal to you as my service provider. You know what I'm saying? They have you just it's just I don't know. I don't know what's going on in the world today.
Or when they leave like the leaves and the clippings off the side of the road.
Yeah.
Instead of listen, you got a bag, you just pick it all up. That's what you here for.
Mm-hmm. And my kids be trying to leech. I'm gonna go with them. My kids be trying to leech out me on this land. Woo!
Woo, we got a member. Wait, we got a member. We got a member. We got a. Oh, welcome to the channel, Mrs. B. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Shout out to the member heart. Really need to come up with like a thing.
No, right.
It's happening. It's happening.
For it all, yeah.
Woo.
Hi, lovely. What? Yeah.
I've seen some people not with enough weed to eat. Come on now. If you contribute, used to, and tonight, then you need to do the dish. Yeah. And I feel like changing it up too, Michelle. Especially because I have teenagers. If you have kids, you know what I'm talking about. My kids have been doing their laundry since they could reach the button on the washing machine. Woo! If I missed anybody, just say something else. We're talking about leeches in life.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. And it's just my personal opinion on parenting. Everybody has their own way of parenting, but I believe chores help you grow. I believe when you feel like you are contributing, then you feel like you're a part of the dynamic. And then there's the whole monetary compensation, whatever. You don't have a job. So that is your compensation. Okay? And when you get a job, you will then transition that compensation.
Yeah, and my daddy used to say to me, talking about this is your life, and I tell my kids that today, this is your only job. You gonna bring, if it was a low A, he was pissed. Like oh, he about to break down and don't get a B. Oh my baby, you need tutoring. He about to go in. My daddy did not play. It's like this is your only job. You eat free, you got shelter and all this kind of stuff. No, we think this is unacceptable. Oh, so it was something else over there. But and I tell my kids that I say you have no responsibility. You don't have to do the work. You don't have to buy no food. You don't have to do none of this. You don't have to mow no yard right now. You 8 and 5. It should be all just whatever. And they'll walk around. They'll see a piece of paper on the floor and pass right by it. I'll be like, hold up, swallow them up. No, I didn't put it there. I don't care who put it there. If you see a mess, get the mess up.
What I've been saying lately is if you see a need, fill a need. It only takes 2 seconds to pick something up. It's your house. You live here. Do you want it to look and smell like a barn?
That's right.
Okay, so when you go to work, you need to do the minimum responsibilities that are assigned to your job and go a little bit extra.
Yes.
Somebody calls you, let's say that's your job. Somebody calls you on the line and that's not your title or whatever. Find the person that it belongs to. Go above and beyond. Send out an email and say, hey, I just want to make sure it gets resolved.
Yeah.
It doesn't take a lot to be nice. Okay? Exactly. And wouldn't you want the same to be done to you, whatever line of business you're in, whether it's food service, whether it's healthcare, whether it's I don't know, line at the deli. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Thank you. You're not doing all this leeching, because if somebody's leeching off of you, chances are you've had that, I don't know, what is it, openness for them to find a spot.
Yeah, and I had to reflect. I'm like, what is it about me that you thought that you could borrow some money and not pay me back? So that's when I said, no. What made you think that I was not going to say that? Because the people try to take, like Boss Lady say, people try to take your kindness for a weakness. But when you explode and act the damn fool, then they want to go and they want to call you crazy.
Mhm.
They want to have you arrested.
Real quick. The
Okay.
mirror's not so kind to some folks, you know, like they
Hey,
say, some people can't handle the truth.
hey, Pete.
So
Hey, Crafty Leo. Hey, JV. But yeah, we we have to, because we, you know, when you think about community, you want to help other people out. But I think that's what you were going to talk about earlier, is setting boundaries and timelines. Hey, XYZ, and we're gonna do this, is what's going to happen this date. I need this back, or whatever the case may be. But yeah. Mm-hmm.
no, I think that's super important, especially with people. Maybe it's easier to start off with a few folks in your life. Don't just have like this drastic change where you just sitting down with everybody on. I need to talk to you on Saturday, and then I'm going to talk to you on Sunday. Just start slowly, you know. Maybe throw it in the conversation. They're like, wait a minute, you sound different. You okay? You just be like, you know, I'm thinking about a few things, and I feel like I need to get this off my chest.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. When you let it out, it's easier. When you hear yourself saying it, it's a release.
Mm-hmm.
You're letting that go, and you're giving it to that person to now bear the burden of whatever crap they've decided to drop on your table. You can give it back to them.
Mm-hmm.
And once you've set those limits, those expectations, those boundaries, whatever you want to call them, stick to them.
Mm-hmm. And this is another thing. And I know some people gonna get mad and upset at this one, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna go ahead and lay it down. Stop. Well, I don't understand. Stop. I see people in a relationship for 18 years. This woman, well, let me tell you something. What?
What
What?
was it? What did you say?
18 years? Nah, homeboy, you gotta put a ring on it or something. No, no, no. This is ludicrous, yeah. Come on now.
Wait, I think that one was pointed for me.
No, I wouldn't. No, because you will turn Soul's whole situation into how, why, you know, thought out. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Now I don't even know how long you've been in a relationship, but I saw this on divorce court because
This divorce court.
yeah, they was in divorce court and wasn't even married, but they had been living together for 18 years. What? What they do that at? Hey, but
I don't know.
that becomes a situation. Well, like I can understand where, you know, the financially, you know, it would be good to go ahead and not get married. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some certain situations. But y'all need to have some kind of ceremony or something. Y'all need to go jump in the water together. Or something. I'm like, shoot.
Oh, wait. I just got it. Miss B said divorce court and not even married.
Yeah. And when Judge Faith was on there, they really used to be having these situationships. You know what I'm saying? How long you gonna test out the car? Because Donna said something about getting married. How long you gonna test drive? You can't test drive forever. Okay, you gotta say, okay, do you want to marry me? I give me the right to say no. Give me the right to say not right now. Give me the choice to say no. I'm not really in it. I don't know. I'm peeking into everybody's life. But ladies, a lot of times this man ain't really asked, a man or woman, whoever you with, ain't asked you to marry you them because they not really sure about you. And if they not sure about you, and they in 3 years, 5 years should be a cutoff, baby. You ain't sure about me in 3 or 5 years. Run, go on, because it don't take nobody that long to figure out if they want you.
So I got a Six Gunner said situationship.
Mm-hmm.
And Crafty Leo said maybe they've mutually agreed on not getting married.
Yeah, you're right. I included that, but 9 times out of 10. Now, I included
9.5. No.
What'd you say?
I said 9.5 out of 10.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, I do think financial is a good reason not to. But
and
have your paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
Please have your paperwork, because they will result. And I always go healthcare because, you know, I'm a healthcare fanatic.
Oh, yeah.
They always go to the next of kin, and that may not be the person you want determining anything at any point. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that is real good too. Yeah, because you might something happen to you, and who gonna make decisions for you?
Yep. Typically, it is the next of kin, which if your parents are still alive, boom, then it trickles down to the next one. And if you don't talk to your brothers and sisters,
mm-hmm.
and if they stifling and thirsty, you might get unplugged real quick. She used to watch divorce.
What? Wait a minute. What?
The couples that were in court were the couples that dated for a few months and got married. I like that show. Yeah, you can learn a lot.
Okay, wait a minute. You say your usher fiance passed away and his wife got all the inheritance?
Yep. Because that was the last. Yep.
Wow.
They were probably still married, or even if they were exes, he never changed his paperwork.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, get that paperwork together. But yeah.
Oh, I think about paperwork all the time. Yes, the paperwork was in his wife's name. Exactly. When you know, then you know.
But then she will be responsible for funeral arrangements and all
everything.
This stuff too.
Everything. But she probably already knew his situation, so she didn't bring it up.
Okay, but going back to the original thing about leeches, but I know what, I respect people who don't want that, you know what I'm saying? But most of the time, like Cracky Leo said, it's a woman's desire to get married. But a lot of professional women, nowadays they don't want to get married. I respect that. And sometimes people go through, different situations that they cut off from a marriage or saw their parents go through divorce or whatever the case may be. But a large majority of the people are sitting up there waiting on somebody to make that call. Be like, oh, and then some people, they go through engagement 10 years. I'm telling you, I see it all the time. 10, 20 years. Now, you might as well not be engaged. I'm telling you, I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, it might be for the show too.
Oh, yeah, it could be, but
I'm just saying. I done lost my screen in this Apple thing. Don't know how to bring it back, so I can't see none of the chat.
Oh, Lord.
But you can hear me.
It says how the usher is engaged in the man. That's the issue. And maybe they were divorced, but all of the life insurance and stuff like that was still in her name.
Yeah.
But she would say ex-wife. What?
It doesn't matter. If he didn't change his paperwork in that state, it would still default. Each state is different. Some things get cut off as soon as you get divorced. Whatever legal agreements that you put in your divorce. Then carry over. But if you had a living will or a power of attorney that was never changed, that is a legal document.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Edward. Don't need the piece. But that's why I say you can jump in the river together. I don't, have that choice. But what I'm specifically saying is some men, some women will drag it out because they think something better is going to come along that out trumps what their situation that they already have. And so they don't want to commit because they waiting to see if there's going to be something better. I'm not talking about the ones who intentionally choose to not marry. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because I knew some people who had different properties that they didn't want to intertwine into a marriage. So they were forever mates. But that was understood. I'm telling you, I wouldn't either. I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't either.
I know, and that's I'm excluding those situations. But I don't think that the large majority is in that same situation. They wait. Just waiting.
We're in most circumstances. Trying to say it politically correct, but in most circumstances, right? So if you haven't learned anything today, get your documentation in order.
Yeah, get that in order.
Because there are leeches, as in that example, waiting in the cut for something to happen. You never know. I've been married for 29 years, and we have separate bank accounts and both handle our fair share of bills. That's great.
Mm.
That is great. And in my opinion, that always works out the best, especially if you know your person. Marriage is about commitment more than anything. Yeah. It's the symbolism of commitment. I don't think it's weird, Michelle, personally. Separated but not divorced. One of my very best friend's sister's dad passed away. He had a live-in girlfriend for over 20 years. That lady didn't get a thing. His children, good, because he probably had his documentation. She said, I'm married to Woody. The paper helps, but y'all been together for a long time. See, now you can not be married and have your paperwork in order. And that will carry over. Once again, it's a legal document. I didn't know we were here to talk about legalities, but check with your state because each state is different. It went to the next of kin. Yeah. If you don't have it written down and you're not married, it does do that in certain states. Jess and I aren't going to marry. I want to leave her with the option to leave when she finally retires on me.
Yeah, and y'all both agreed, hey, this is a situation. Even if you don't not trying to leave with the option, get out of here quick. It's important to stay recognized as your agreement.
That's what I'm saying. It's like marriage in certain states is the end all be all. But if you have paperwork that supersedes that marriage paperwork, then it's probably better for you. I would say whether you're married or not, and this applies, I think, when you have children, in my opinion. And let's say there's a child that is not well managed with the money, maybe as a drug or addiction or whatever. Just make sure it's very well spelled out. You don't have to be derogatory, but just well spelled out. I would say, even when you do like your 401k and your investments, there's a default person. If anything ever happened to you, make sure you are dedicating it to the right person. Change it whenever you need to change it at all times. But it is sad. It is sad because some people don't think about those things. I mean, if you ain't got jack, then don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's right.
Which
exactly. Yes, but that's what works for you all. A lot of times you see women like, well, he don't want to marry me, and it happens with men too. And you see, but he haven't asked me to marry him, and they waiting. You don't waited 20 years for this man to ask you, and then he get a woman and married to her in 3 months, 6 months, whatever. It happens too often because you not making it mandatory to commit to you. But I understand because I didn't get married to, but couple last year because I was like, So I understand that. It's not for everybody. It's a big commitment. But
I see both sides of the coin. I would just recommend paperwork, regardless, because you never know. You never know.
If you're single, get your paperwork together.
And if you waiting on somebody really to give you a symbol of something, you might stay waiting. If he doesn't want to marry you, make sure there's an insurance policy. Exactly. And you are the primary. Hey, Blue Ice. Right. He doesn't want him. He, she, whoever.
Yeah.
And then you have to rethink your plans.
Yep.
The family can take everything, but if you have the insurance, but that's another legal document.
Get paperwork.
I'm saying.
On paper.
Them things, all the legal papers trump all the other legal papers. Okay, so here's another situation. Let's say that the house is bought and paid for, and you're not married. If you're not on the deed or in the will to receive it, you will not get it.
That's right.
Okay?
It can go to the state. It can go to whoever below the
And if
next.
you still owe on it, it will just go right back to the bank.
And then where?
Yeah, and then where you living? That's what I'm thinking. First.
Take kind of policy on your partner. Yes.
I missed the 14 years. My husband and I have been together for 19. Oh, nice. Take out a policy. You can. You can take a policy out on anybody. You could be on your neighbor. Yep. Right. See. This turned into like some legal.
I know, right?
But whatever, you know.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Pieces of advice to take away here. If you have a leech.
Friend or foe, friend.
If you have a leech in your life, make sure your paperwork is correct. So that they're not in it. I let her put everything in her name if you ever get out of poverty. Yeah.
A friend that kind of you put in more into the friendship than they do or did. I mean, because everybody brings their strengths and weaknesses, but do you ever felt like, like you not like you doing all the calling, like you doing all the staying?
Is that in the beginning? Is that in the beginning?
Oh no, it ain't. I mean, I don't have that. I don't have that situation. I'm just asking because I was on Instagram and it was a reel about friendship, and you know how they be doing it, kind of flip or whatever. Something.
Yep. Yeah, you really find out a lot during birth, during marriages, and during death. This is when you find out a lot about people around you. And that's right. Hashtag cover your assets. On both sides of the coin, because we have some men in the chat, we have some women in the chat. I mean, I think it's both people really need to be aware of the people that are around them. Leeches or not. And I would say, as I put in the comments, update your policies this weekend.
Okay.
Make that as a goal. If you don't have one, you can write one out. You can go get it notarized. If you live in Florida, you can get it notarized with AMSCOT. You can actually Google your local notary person. But at AMSCOT, I think it's like $25. Check with the post office, banks, do it. You can just get something written down. And that's it.
Now you got left his bills. That's right, Michelle. Yeah. Okay. So, in conclusion, yeah, I think the main thing is setting boundaries and really looking at, people in their entirety. That's it.
Yep. And let's see. We talked about money. We talked about finances. We talked about legalities, marriage, divorce,
work.
It was a whole well-rounded conversation. If you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments when the live is over. You can come back tomorrow, next week. These all do get saved to the playlist of Converse with Mamas. And I do go back and check all my comments to make sure that I haven't missed any. But I'm going to leave it with that. You have something to share? Yeah?
No, I do not. If you have a leech in your life, pull that sucker off and squash that sucker. But most importantly, you don't be the leech. Okay. we have a community watch, but you ain't pulling your part. You know what I'm saying? You always just getting the protection, but you're not never protecting. Yeah. Right. Okay. Everybody got to pull their weight in life. You know what I'm saying? If you borrow some money from somebody, give it back. Don't ask me. Don't ask me for money. But
channel announcements. I have a premiere on Friday. I forgot what time. I think it's 5. But You don't want to miss it. It's really going to be fun. It's for both. It's haunted stories. It's doing some makeup. And do you have a premiere coming up?
Oh, I have one tomorrow. Yes.
Awesome. So go check both of the channels.
Thank you, everybody. Hey,
yes,
Bree.
and we will see you in the next one.
Peace.